Yeah, I think it's so hard sometimes for people to be vulnerable.
Yeah.
And just to like break down. It's like everybody wants to be tough and have this exterior. You look on social media and it's all this good stuff, all this stuff that's going on, but nobody really wants to get vulnerable about things.
It's
People
right.
are hurting.
Well, what's so true about that, and I think that social media can be used in good ways, it can be used in bad ways, and I think it's used in a lot of both. But one of the things that is, I believe, so hard for so many people is we look at other people's posts or reels or whatever they're called, and you're what you're really looking at is other people's fake best day.
Yeah.
Yep.
For sure.
It's not even real. There's
No,
a
it's
reason
not.
why filters are so popular.
Right.
Yeah.
Because it's not
fake,
real.
right.
And that's why you see people taking 97 photos.
Yep.
Yeah.
And
So
half
true.
the time, they're not even happy when they're doing it.
Right.
Yeah.
They're like, wait, get another angle. I'm going to be happy in this photo.
Uh-huh.
And it's like, but then we compare our reality to their fake best day. And I really do believe that comparison kills joy and comparison kills gratitude.
Yeah.
And I know that I've failed at this too, many times. And one of the things that God has really had to do in me is, and work in me, is to fight comparison. And because what I believe we do when we compare ourselves with other people, even though we don't always realize, even though many times I didn't realize I was doing it, but what I was really telling God is, God, you made a mistake. Because I should be where that person is. I should be on that team. I should win that championship. I should have that title. So I'm really saying to God, sometimes without even knowing it, God, you made a mistake. Because I can't be grateful for what God has done in my life and through my life and on my life, and be comparing myself with someone else at the same time. I don't believe that they can coexist. Now, we can go back and forth, but at the same time, I can't say, God, I'm so grateful for your love for me, for what you're doing for me, for all of this, and say, yeah, but I wish I, looked like her, acted like him, had this, did that, all of these things. And, I saw a study several years ago, probably even higher now, but it said that 12% of our daily thoughts are spent in some form of comparison.
Wow.
And I was blown away because, man, if we spend 12% of our daily thoughts in some form of comparison, that's 12% of our time that I don't believe there's a chance that we can be grateful in that time.
Yeah.
And it's really leading to a bitterness and a frustration and a resentment because we just wish we were over there.
Yeah.
And I think it just kills.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah, this is funny. I don't mean to throw this into the whole serious talk of this, but somebody just showed me, speaking of filters, have you ever seen the filter that had this guy was presenting to a judge, and there were lawyers on, and he had a cat face on?
No.
Oh my gosh. You have to go on. It's hilarious. He becomes a cat, and he can't take the filter off, and he says, I promise you I'm not a cat.
It's like a Zoom
I'm
call.
actually here.
It's like a Zoom call.
Yeah, it's a Zoom call.
I've
And
seen
he's
it.
like-
And he just can't change it?
No, he
can't
can't
get
change it.
That's amazing.
But you talked about this other video of this guy getting these glasses that
Yes.
were colorblind for the
Yes.
first time, and I
Yeah.
immediately went to and
Did you
searched
watch
that.
it?
I watched it. It was amazing.
I
Again, I'm
bawled.
not an emotional
I
person,
bawled.
but I
Yeah.
started
bawled.
tearing
I
up.
loved it.
Yeah.
But I loved that video of so much. I remember the first time I saw it, I believe I was in Colorado, and I was a few minutes before I was getting ready to go do an event, and I'd finished prepping for it. And so I was like, okay, I want to take my mind off of it, just whatever. And I had someone that sent it to me, and I watched it, and I was like, a wreck. I was like, for so many reasons, because one, the love that this family had for this man, because he is, being colorblind, and so now they got colorblind glasses that he could see colors better. And I was this man, but I was like, I started thinking all these thoughts, like, heaven, when we get to heaven, how we'll be able to see. But then also, like, I believe when we try to see through the lens of God's love for humanity, the lens of Genesis, the lens of the cross, we start to see through other lenses. I think when we see people, especially hurting people, we should, if we see him through those lenses, it would do that to us.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's
Right?
good.
You see someone, I really believe that every single person has infinite value and worth. I believe that with all of my heart. And why can I say that? It's because I believe that Jesus Christ, as the Son of God, has infinite value and worth, and he was willing to give his life in exchange for us to have life and life abundantly. And how in our society do we know how much something is worth? By what someone is willing to pay for it. And he was willing to pay with his life. And so therefore, I believe that every single person has infinite value and worth, and I pray that whoever's watching would know their worth and their value. And I think when we put on the right glasses, we see people, and again, I know I screw up this a lot, but when we put on those biblical lenses and the love of Christ and the love of God lenses, and we see people in an accurate way for who they really are in God's eyes, we would see them that way, where it would make us be like, because we just see people for what they've done or what they didn't do, or their screw ups, or they're good, or they played on this team, or they have this or this, and we miss their real value, their God-given value. But when you put on those cross lenses, we should see people with that emotion that makes you go, this homeless person, I'm not seeing you for the clothes you're wearing. I'm seeing you that, man, when you were made in the image of God, on purpose and for purpose. You were created in love, by love, and for love. And when I see you, I'm not going to see all of this stuff around you. I'm going to see that, man, you are one of one. When you were created in God's image. That is who you are. That changes. Now I'm not going to treat that person as someone that I just drive by as homeless. I'm going to treat that person as, you were created in the image of the Almighty God that spoke all of this into existence. That person's worth and value is not the clothes or the environment they're in. It's the God that created him in his image.
Absolutely.
And that changes everything.
It does.
With more than 250 magazines nationwide, City Lifestyle is the leading city-based magazine network in the country. If you're looking for a chance to build your own business while having a team and framework you can rely on, City Lifestyle offers an opportunity worth exploring.